Hello once again, this is Eric with Master Tool Repair. Today we're going to go through a short tutorial on installation of your AB-942-9999 valve plate retro kit for oil-free pump assembly we have here. Alright, right out of the box we have here the valve plate assembly kit. We have, now these are wire tied together. This entire assembly, head, valve plate, gaskets will come right out of the box as all one piece just like this. As you can see, I've already clipped the wire ties holding this assembly together. You definitely do not want to remove the valve plate, gasket, or head. Don't dishevel it or dismember it. You want to make sure it is all in one piece, just like this, because this is how you're going to install it right on top of the cylinder. Keep that all as one piece. And here we have a new piston top for the top of the piston, which holds the compression ring on, and the torque screw for the piston top as well. And we have, of course, our instructions on how to install the new valve plate. And here we have our motor pump assembly. Alright, what we're going to do here is take a 5mm hex wrench, simply remove the head bolts. You have 4 head bolts. I've already, of course, loosened them up for this demonstration. Remove the entire assembly, head, valve plate, gaskets, and all as one piece. Just lifts right off of the top of the cylinder. Set it aside. And of course here we have our little cylinder. Just simply pull up from the base of the pump. Now here you'll see, of course, the piston top with the torque screw and compression ring, which you'll be removing. So you want to use all new parts. To remove it, take a T25 size star bit, simply unscrew it from the top of the piston, as such. And of course the piston top will remove very easily from there. Now we're going to install the new piston top, and just like it came off, I'm going to lay it right on top of the connecting rod. Take our new torque screw and simply thread it right in with the T25 size wrench, and just hand tight. Not necessary to use brute strength, just hand tight with the wrench, and that should be sufficient to install it. And this holds the compression ring onto the connecting rod. Here we go. So once it's installed nice and hand tight, we're going to take the new assembly, again all is one complete piece just like this, and install it right on top of the base of the pump. First off though, we're going to take the cylinder, the old cylinder, which you will reuse. This is the only part that will not come new, of course, in the assembly. I want to make sure you install that flush with the base, and we're going to simply lay the assembly onto the pump head. You'll notice a filter here. The intake filter is towards the back of this assembly. Want to make sure that this is on the back of the assembly now, facing the motor. So the filter will be closest to the motor. And of course you have your exhaust port right here for the transfer tube. So lay it directly on top, just like that. Of course we'll take our head bolts, reuse them, install them into the head, and of course just torque it down. And essentially that's how to install the valve plate retro kit as it comes. Now, say if you remove the head and you remove the gaskets and the valve plate, you're not sure exactly how to install it because you haven't, disassembled. Well, what you'll do here, your head gasket, this has the rib going through the center. Flip the head over. This will simply lay directly on top. As you see, the rib goes over the casting, just like that. The valve plate, you'll notice 2 short holes here on the valve plate for the intake, and 2 longer slots there that cover the valves for the exhaust. Now the short holes here, that's for intake. It will go on the intake side of the head. Hence your air filter right here, intake air filter. So just simply take the valve plate as such, flip it over so that the small holes are on the intake side of the valve plate, and simply install the cylinder gasket directly underneath of it. See, just like so. There we are. And of course, we'll take the whole assembly as it is, simply lay it directly on top of the base, and just torque the head bolts down as you normally would. That's essentially how to install the valve plate retro kit. And if you do have any further trouble, we do recommend just taking it into a service center and for further diagnosis. If there are any more issues with this, or it won't produce air for any reason, you may have additional issues or problems with the pump. But that's a short installation on how to do so. Thank you for watching once again.